Indiana Jones has always been more than just a movie hero to me. He's one of the reasons I started collecting in the first place. When I watch him dive into ancient temples, chasing after artifacts, I can't help but imagine the parallels to what we do as prop collectors. Indy faces grave-robbing thugs and double-dealing rivals. We deal with shady dealers and wealthy collectors. Indy dodges booby traps. We dodge fakers, forgeries, and dead ends. The worlds may be different, but the adventure feels similar. That's one of the reasons this character and the costume you're about to see are so near and dear to my heart. And today, we're going to dig into one of the most iconic looks from Temple of Doom, Indy's jacket, shirt, and pants, and see what secrets they reveal. You're leaning on.
Oh, jeez.
What the hell of it, dude?
What is this? I have no idea.
This costume is from Temple of Doom, but what makes it even more interesting is that some of the pieces appear to trace back to not just Temple, but to Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Which Indiana Jones is your favorite?
The Harrison Ford one. I have a dissertation about the Indiana Jones films, okay?
We all do.
My favorite Indiana Jones film is Temple of Doom, but the best Indiana Jones film is Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Exactly. He's acknowledging that he has bad taste.
Basically, Raiders is like the perfect film. You got George Lucas and Steven Spielberg with Harrison Ford.
All at the height of their
creative
juices.
It's hard to beat. And we forget that right now there's the jacket of Indiana Jones is right there.
Well,
isn't it great?
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible, but it's
Don't
even
you
more.
want to do the same thing that I want to do?
Put it on.
No?
Smell it.
Yes.
Oh my God! Just don't touch it with your nose.
Yeah. We don't need any of your oils, even the hand oils, because
Don't touch it with your nose. Martin may be ridiculous, but he's not wrong. The nose can pick up details the eye can't. Sometimes just a whiff can tell you more about a material than a close look ever could. All right, that's enough. No more sin. You only
I
two
get
whiffs.
2 whiffs, that's
As you
it?
can smell it from a distance, all right?
Try it.
Smell it with your eyes.
It smells so
no,
good.
yeah, I have smelled it. It's,
you
it's
have?
wonderful,
Private.
yes. See, I can smell it without touching it with my nose. It's very nice.
You don't get the full sensation without the
Well,
nose.
too bad, too bad. So,
People out there, it smells great.
it does smell pretty great.
Yeah, it does. It's
it
amazing.
does. Martin's not wrong. This costume was kept by Anthony Powell, the costume designer, for the second film. And he kept it for many, many, many years. And then a friend of mine and Stephen Lane acquired it for his own collection. But when he acquired it, the costume had a lot of moth holes in it because I guess Anthony had not stored it properly, and there was sweat. It gets into the fabric, and then the moths eat the fabric that has the sweat on it.
So they ate Harrison Ford?
Well, that or whoever else wore it. You're seeing all of these squares and little weird patching. This is reweaving that was done. So what they did was they removed different thread from the inner lining of this, and in the back, they actually took sections off of the back, and then they took that thread and reweaved it into here the best they could. But it certainly presents a lot better than it did.
It's reweaving. I've never heard of that.
And since it's Indiana Jones and his pants are kind of beat up anyways, when it's on a mannequin, it's not nearly as noticeable as
yeah,
must
I
have
mean, it
taken,
just
like-
looks like he fell down.
Right.
But that must have taken like a couple of days for each patch.
This took months and months for this work to be done.
Yeah, I mean, look, you got to line up each one of these, and I mean, it's insane.
So each of these patches and marks are all from restoration done
To the
after
pants.
all of the filming of the movie.
Now the shirt and the pants have labels from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
From Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
This is Raiders of the Lost Ark pants
and shirt. And repurposed and reused on Temple of Doom as well, because these costume pieces were used on Temple of Doom.
There's two things you can tell from the tags. The first is that it's a Western costume tag, which is in Los Angeles, and they filmed all of these in the UK. But Deborah Nadoolman, who was the costume designer on the first one, started doing the work while she was still in LA, And so some of the Raiders costumes were made in LA at Western Costume.
Right.
And then this production number 2876, that's the production number for Raiders. And so you can see that on other,
And it says Harrison Ford
other
on
costumes that have been sold. And this also has the same type of costume tag here.
there. Yeah, right there.
And
Same
this
company.
one actually says Raven Bar. It's handwritten Raven
Way.
Bar.
So not only you know what scene it came from.
So is the jacket used in Raiders as well?
It is not. Indy's jacket isn't just a costume element. It's part of the character. Each film had a different maker, with design and materials tailored to the era, the environment, and Indy's age. Cropped and rugged for Raiders, slimmer for the jungles of Temple, refined for Crusade, bulked up for Crystal Skull, and finally restored to its classic form in Dial of Destiny.
The tag on this is for Bermans and Nathans. It says Bermans and Nathans of London, Harrison Ford 179, which would be the production number, and then Raiders 2, which is what they would have called Temple of Doom at the time.
Right. Screen matching is the collector's fingerprint test, lining up scratches, seams, and folds on a prop with the exact same details on film. Think of it like CSI, or CRI in our case, for movie props. Zoom in, and if it lines up, you've got a match. Let's go to the end of the film, when they're back at the village.
When Indy and Willie and Short Round are first walking into the village, you can see some of this detailing, like these lines that go across.
All right, so we've got this thing right here,
Yeah.
here.
You see this lighter patch,
These aren't super convincing.
but it's a good start.
Yeah, but they're not super convincing.
Now there's additional wear on this jacket than there was on that time.
Here's the back.
Okay. All right, so let's look at the shoulder, up at the
This
shoulder.
Shoulder up here.
Oh yeah,
Right
the
here we
lines-
got this
the
and
lines
this.
that,
Well,
and
this
that,
And
whole
this
patch.
here.
and this patch, and this line right there, and even that dot right here
Is
matches.
there stuff here?
Oh, you've got the 3 dots on the collar up there.
Yeah.
One, two,
1,
three.
2, 3, and it's kind of a. This is kind of a splotchy dot, and then this one and
Yep.
this one here.
Okay, here's the front. You can see a little better.
Oh yeah, there it
Can you
is.
see?
There's this shape
The shape.
right there.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
the collar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly the same shape. But this one's
A
like
clear
the signature
pattern.
again. Look, this one is exactly
is,
it.
I agree.
That's the jacket, all right. Look, the guy's pointing at us.
Yeah,
He's leading us right,
Yeah,
right
right,
to
right
it.
to it.
Look here.
Yeah,
Actually,
that
they're
was my part.
all the guys in this scene are trying to
And here's
match
that line.
that jacket. And the guys in the back
And
are
his
looking
fingers
at it.
pointing to.
Yeah, he's looking. He's like, "Oh, do you see the dots in the back?"
There's the second line there. Yeah, this is clearly the same jacket.
Do you ever find a screen match that's more convincing or more solid than
Oh,
this?
sure.
When they're making these, they want to try to make them look similar. They'll do similar wear, but it's not always exact, and they usually don't have every single one that you see.
Should have a big stamp and just go screen matched.
I had personally never been able to match the shirt and the pants, but Caleb has spent some more time on this.
There was another shirt just like this that sold a few years ago at Prop Store, and they screen
Familiar
matched
with
it.
Right.
When I was going through the movie, there were a couple scenes where I thought, based on some of the weaving and the threading of the pockets and things, this looks like it might screen match. And then I looked at the Prop Store screen matching, and it was all the same scenes. I think we should look at the two next to each other and maybe decide which one actually screen matches.
So you're saying we might be unscreen matching a prop store sale and re-screen matching it to ours?
Possibly.
Even though screen matching can prove a prop's place in film history, it's not an exact science. With enough bias or a little salesmanship, a wrinkle can be stretched into a match, and the price grows along with it. In the right hands, screen matching uncovers the truth. In the wrong hands, it can turn a random crease into $1 million miracle.
Where they screen matched is like where there are bends in the thread. The way that this is sewn on, especially here, it's almost a ruffle. And so even if you stretch it or iron it, it's gonna bend back to the same place. And so what they did is they looked and they're like, oh, there's a bend right here.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. There's a lot of ruffles.
And so it's like, oh, there's 3 little bends here.
There's a fold there.
It's really hard to tell, like,
See, they're both the same though. It's amazing. They're so similar. That's crazy.
But theirs doesn't look exactly like the fold on that picture from the movie either.
Well, so there's already one thing that's different on both of these with this one. That's completely different.
What's that?
Below the pocket, those lines are all horizontal. Those guys, yeah, they're all horizontal, right? And then if you look at the Indiana Jones picture you just showed us, these lines are all triangular. They do these zigzagging. Well, look at this. You see all of these are zigzaggy. They form that V in those A's, just the same way that these do. See the V's?
Yeah.
And the A's? The other ones are straight.
It seems like you could use this to try to match, but the fact that they also use the same images that
Caleb, look at it.
I did look at
You
it.
see those match this.
I know,
perfectly.
that's why I believe that this is a good match, but they also believe that theirs was a good match.
They're
and
making
so
a mistake.
It's confirmation.
Well, their
by,
match
it may
looks
be,
good.
yeah.
Our match looks good.
Okay,
Yes.
so in this case, we want to believe that our screen match is
Sure.
better than the others because
So
this is
yeah,
your
so you
shirt.
look at this and you're like, oh, there's like a line that kind of comes here, and then you look at that and you're like, oh, look, if I move it like this, there's a line.
I don't know how you would get those wrinkles in the exact same places the way they're doing.
For both of us to look at our own things and think that this image screen matches,
Right.
it could be confirmation bias, or it could be that this shirt right in front of us is used in this iconic shot.
Or do they have multiples that are also look just as good,
Actually,
with
that's
just
a
as
very
of
good
ruffles?
question. Were the costumers so good at their trade that they replicated the exact same thing?
Yeah, I mean, it seems impossible that you'd be able to get that close of matches of ruffles from one shirt to another, but if they could do it once, then they could do it for...
Like I said, if I didn't know better, I'd say we were looking at their shirt in their auction catalog, but it is not. It is this shirt.
Yeah.
Let me break in here with a footnote. Some of our eagle-eye viewers probably have spotted that the buttons on this shirt don't match the film or the prop store shirt. Well, that's because the originals were damaged and lost, and then later replaced before I got it.
It's an amazing, recognizable piece, but how many of them are out there?
I know of a Raiders jacket when he gets shot in the arm and the bullet hole in the arm shot. Great jacket. That's with a private collector. There's a Last Crusade jacket out there, at least one. There's this Temple jacket. And there were a few that sold in auctions in the 90s and early 2000s. I don't think any of those were right. And this costume here was the on-set reference for Indiana Jones 5.
You send it to them as reference
And they kept it for 4 or 5 months.
to rebuild one?
They were to build new costumes to look like the Temple of Doom era Indiana Jones costume.
They only needed one for that sequence.
Well, I mean, I don't know how many
It's,
they
it's a
needed.
short sequence. It's like, so potentially they'd just use this one.
That wasn't the deal.
Did you check?
Really hasn't occurred to me that they would take this antique costume and wear it and put it on Harrison Ford or these.
It's a leather jacket.
Yeah, is it an antique to them? It's
No.
just it's Harrison Ford's costume to them.
Like
Put it on him.
Some PA's like, I got a jacket here. There you go. Put it on.
I guess that would be cool, right? So in retrospect, according to the Indiana Jones timeline, it makes no sense that the jacket in the Dial of Destiny train sequence, which takes place in 1944, would be the jacket from Temple of Doom, which takes place in 1935, or even the jacket from Raiders, which was 1936. I will note that the jacket in the Dial of Destiny 1944 train sequence does not have the arm damage or stitching where Indy would have repaired the bullet hole from Raiders. Yet, he does wear it later in the film set to 1969. So, if you imagine Indy having a closet full of jackets, it could be that he grabbed the one from Temple of Doom. I don't know. Maybe that's a whole nother episode. Take a look and let me know what you think.
For Sophie's choice,
Yeah.
and I had to save either the jacket or the Raiders shirt, I would save the Raiders shirt.
Wow.
Because it's Raiders. It could be the shirt from any of the most iconic sequences in the history of cinema. So I'm like, yeah, this is going in the garbage.
Yeah,
and I'm saving this.
Garbage?
I'm saving this. I mean, this is, and especially you got this. And not only, I mean, the pants are so cool because the Raven's bar on it. Like, only the best
pretty cool.
action sequence.
It is
like,
one of the best
ever.
moments in the film.
Bottle and the face and the,
So dynamic.
the fire in the eyes and
I mean, it's an incredible sequence.
I mean, come on.
But if you see these pants with no context,
I'm
don't
seeing them with
necessarily know.
context.
But I'm saying, if you saw those pants with no context, you
Leave
wouldn't
this
know they're
room and
Indiana
they'll be
Jones.
on me in like 2 seconds. This is candy. This is like dinner.
All right, I'll let you have your own opinion.
And it's just a jacket, it's just a shirt, it's just a pair of pants, it's just a pair of shoes. But when you put them all together, you put them on a mannequin, you got Indiana Jones standing in front of you. And that's a really special feeling. God! All right, we're done.
Cut it.
Got it.
You're gonna get the whip.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. So what we've uncovered here is pretty remarkable. This costume isn't just from Temple of Doom. It's a hybrid mix that bridges the first two adventures. The jacket matches Temple of Doom definitively, while the shirt takes us all the way back to the Golden Idol capture sequence in Raiders of the Lost Ark. And if that wasn't enough, there are even details connecting forward to Dial of Destiny. It's a living thread that runs across the entire saga, proof that a single costume can carry more history than meets the eye. That's the thrill of this work. Every crease, every stitch tells a story.